Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because I feel so duped right now and taken advantage of. And I cannot wait to share this with you. I am in Laguna today and it's beautiful. One of the gem streets. I think this one's Agate. I think that's where I started at today. But before I get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hey, make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel because I had people write me yesterday. I even ran into a guy at a restaurant yesterday, Edward, who said, hey, I just realized I was unsubscribed to you and I never did that. So make sure you hit that button. And also today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold. But let's get into it. I've had people write me and say, Dan, I bought a Tesla. And I wrote back and said, I'm sorry. And they said, no, I need help with something because I bought a Tesla and they just lowered the price of the car. What do I do? And I'm like, I don't think you can do anything about that. I really don't, unless you had some agreement up front or Tesla agreed to give you a refund. But then there was an article in Fortune magazine where so many people are furious right now with Tesla. And the reason for that was they just recently bought the car, or they've been waiting for the delivery of their car. Custom ordered interior, puke pink, mauve this, whatever. And they finally got delivery of the car, but, Tesla just lowered the price of the car. And there's great Twitter action where people are saying, oh, I've been lied to, I was taken advantage of, this is awful. Let me show you guys what's not awful in the world. Is that amazing? It's just stunning. It's 15 minutes from my house, guys. I got to be honest with you. There's times I'm like, where do I live? Anyways, so these poor people went out and have seen decreases of $3,500 off the price of their car. That's not that bad. $6,500. That's getting bad. That would drive me crazy if somebody got something for $6,500 cheaper than I just paid for it. Now here's the worst one, the Plaid, the thing that started this whole thing, and the person that wrote me bought one of these cars, and they're $18,500 cheaper right now. $18,500 cheaper. That's a lot of money. Plus they lowered the full self-driving mode, which I didn't know you could even use right now, from $15,000 to $12,000. So Tesla and Elon clearly wants to make sure that they're going to deliver vehicles. So what they're going to do is lower the price and make it so affordable for everybody that they're fudging the numbers and that the numbers are going to get delivered. If you look at all the other car companies, they're not delivering cars. And you can blame the economy, you can blame Israel, you can blame everything on that. You can blame whatever you want. But people don't have any money right now. People do not have any money right now. And you're going to see more and more companies. I'm just going to stop here for a second and just show you guys the beauty of this for a minute. You're going to see more and more companies do this right now than ever before, where they're going to lower prices and not care about their existing clientele just to make sure that they have sales. And it's going to be every type of industry. Now, here's the thing. Great article below about the current state of the economy and how this could have been fixed. We are so upside down economically. Even before what happened in Israel this weekend, we are completely upside down financially. The Trump administration spent like crazy to keep the economy going. When Biden came in January 2021, he had they had the option of slowing it down. What did they do? No. Let's put our foot on the gas and let's spend more money. That's what they did. I can't even do that without coughing on that one. The point is that it's made it so that people don't have savings right now. People have no money left over on a regular basis to do anything extra right now. Savings account were basically depleted in March of this year. That's what the experts are saying. And now they had to do an unprecedented raise of interest rates, which has destroyed things. It made borrowing impossible. It made the credit card debt go sky high. Do you know, think about this figure, because this says everything. everything. Our national debt goes up by over $1 billion an hour. An hour, okay? So in the filming of this video, we're gonna go up $1 billion, okay? How do you get out of that? How do you financially fix that? You don't. You don't financially fix that. That is over with. I want to show you guys how. The tide's coming up. See that remodel that they got all strapped up? That's the Surf and Sand Hotel. How would you have liked to have saved for years? Okay? Years and years and years. Honey, we're going to the Surf and Sand. We have a little bit of a remodel right now. Oh yeah? You can't see the ocean from that remodel. How about that? Getting myself worked up here. Okay? But we could see an economic collapse unlike anything that we've seen since the Great Depression. Read the article below because it puts it in such perspective as far as how we've spent ourselves to oblivion. People need to sell their homes right now. You are running into such a problem right now where people cannot sell their houses. And people are doing something where they are taking things under contract, where they're saying, listen, John and Jane, I know you guys are upside down in your house, or you gotta sell. I'll take over the contract, I'll take over the payment. Which the bank doesn't have to do anything. They don't have to call the loan in. But here's when they usually call the loan in. When the new person gets homeowner's insurance for the house that they don't own, and it takes that in, they go, wait a second, we're gonna call the loan in. So they're starting to call these loans in from these under contract houses, and people, well, we sold the house to John. It's his responsibility now. It is an absolute mess right now, guys. An absolute mess. So you haven't seen anything yet, but if you want to protect yourself, and if you've bought anything lately and you think that, hey, if you guys lower the price anytime soon, I want it in here that you guys are going to refund the difference to me. Now, will they do that? Who knows? Who knows? But I would ask for it. So share your thoughts on this right now. Have you ever done something and bought something and felt duped afterwards? I have. I've definitely done that. Not $18,500 worth of being duped. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. Okay, and that would get me that'd get me really upset if that was me. So share your thoughts on this stuff. It's a beautiful place out here, and a lot more to cover today. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. During these times of economic uncertainty, you need to protect yourself with everything you can right now. The best thing to do is look at gold as an investment in your retirement. The best place to do that is Patriot Gold Group. They've been #1 rated for 7 years in a row now with Consumer Affairs because they have the best customer service and the best pricing. Take a look at Patriot Gold today. Call them at 888-330-1431. They have the no fee for life IRA and 401k, and they sell every type of metal that there is, guys. Platinum, palladium, gold, silver, they have it all. You need to protect yourself. You need to look at adding metals to your portfolio today, but the best place to do that is Patriot Gold Group. I'm not just a spokesman for them. I am a client of theirs. I love the company. Their customer service is amazing. They're fantastic. Check it out today. If you don't want to call, use the link below, but contact Patriot Gold today before it's too late. Call them 888-330-1431 today. How does anything get done in this world right now when you have people that don't want to go to work right now? Think about this one. There is something new called coffee badging. And I'm like, coffee badging, what is that? Well, to give you an idea, Nicole Ivy lives in the Atlanta area, and she hates the commute to work. It's ridiculous. It's hellish, as she called it. Okay, well, you took the job there to begin with, but now the commute's hellish. So what she's agreed to do is come into the office, now listen to me, twice a month. Twice a month. Okay. And she comes in, she agrees when I come in, it's going to be 11 to 3. Sounds like the SBA, because that's what their work schedule was. Anyways, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And she does what she calls coffee badging, which she gets a cup of coffee and gets reacquainted with the staff. So basically, this isn't work, guys. She comes there to socialize and to earn her coffee badge. That's where coffee badging came from. Is that insane? Well, 58% of all people that do remote work don't want to go into the office anymore, Dan. That's what this is. Okay. And only 8% find it to be productive to be in the office all the time. Wow. Okay. Once again, you wonder why things are the way they are? There's a survey from Live Owl that they did at the beginning of July talking about how people don't want a job anymore. They don't want to work like this. They want to work hybrid. And that's it. Where that is, we have an office, but we work remotely. Now, I have a friend, Tom, who has done this for years. And because he's in the data cabling industry, his companies are in Pluto, okay? New Hampshire, he's in California. Connecticut, he's in California. Stuff like that, that I've known him forever that he has to work. But he's also now in management and can handle it from there, and then goes to the office a week, a month, where he leaves on a Sunday, flies in, is there all week, leaves Friday night or Saturday morning, depending on how busy it is. But they get work done, and they are working their tails off during that time. And then throughout the month, I mean, I've seen many times where he'll travel. Oh, I'm going to Oregon, I'm going here, I'm going there. That's hybrid, guys. That's hybrid. This other stuff is a joke, and I don't get this. I mean, you know, this Miss Ivy, Nicole Ivy said, oh, I'm so more productive at home because I know when to shut it off and I know when to start. Okay, but again, going into the office now, is this crazy, guys? You wonder why companies are laying people off left and right. That's what it is. It's stuff like this. These are not the most productive workers. I don't care what anybody says. To call your commute hellish, it is. Commuting sucks, guys. Driving to this beach was awful. There's tons of traffic on the way down to this beach this morning. Oh my gosh, I had to wait. I think I paid a toll too on the way here. Anyways, my point is that that's part of life. It's part of being in business, guys. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. What do you think about this? I think this remote work, live way of doing things is insanity. I think it's nuts right now. You know, it's funny. I had 3 of my sponsors that have reached out lately. Hey, we need to talk. We need this. We need that. Plan our strategy. End of the year. Final quarter. Blah, blah, blah. All of them want to sit down. Not one of them want to do it. Let's do it over the phone. Let's do a Zoom meeting. No, we want to see Dan's smiling face. Man, oh man, do I love Laguna Beach. Okay, one thing that's very cool is they have all these different staircases, dozens and dozens of them from these different streets that go down to the water. It's very cool. I'm on Pearl Street now, but check out this cool staircase. You know, tides in a ton, so, you know, you can see this, but, you know, there's a lot happening in the world right now. Costco, you know, they've been toying with their memberships going up. They're not going to go up. I read a great article last week about how this woman said Costco's ridiculous. Costco is not for a single person. It's too ridiculous to buy 3 things of tomato sauce and, you know, 12 pounds of cheese and all this different soap that lasts me 2 years. And part of that I agree with, but I'm also one of these people that like to prep and be ready and have all this stuff, and I think it's really important to have all that. So there's that. And, you know, shop within your means. But Costco is talking about how they're going to raise their membership prices, and they haven't said how much, in, it looks like, the end of December or January. They may get a jump on it. Look at that beautiful sailboat out there. Thing's stunning. So they're going to do that. Now, the other thing is great article about how people live with the you only live once, YOLO, YOLO. And that's how people are handling their finances, especially since the health crisis. People are like, you know what, gotta do it, gotta have fun, gotta go to the concerts. And the woman that wrote this, Savannah, that wrote this article, was great because she was talking about how you need to cut back on everything that you have right now. You need to cut back in every way you can, as far as your credit card debt, as far as get rid of excess spending. Don't go out when you don't have to. And plan long term. Get some serious financial advice that nobody wants to get right now. Nobody wants to talk to anybody to get their opinion on what they should do when it comes to their finances. I'm telling you guys, the tax codes are changing. Here's one thing that's cool with the tax code. The regular deduction that we have, which is basically $2,000 a person, and that's getting doubled right now to $4,000, as high as $4,000 for the standard deduction. I am not an accountant, I am not a financial advisor, talk to yours, but they're raising that right now. And you need to find out how you can take advantage of things like that. When I first started this channel, I did a tremendous amount of things like this, where we would talk about finances and talk about your deductions, and you need to have these tax appointments early. You need to talk now about what you're gonna do for next year. What's your money look like? What's your savings look like? You know, I'm one of the guys that's beaten down, all these real estate agents that are out there. They're looking for me. I have a dream street, dream neighborhoods. I have all these different places I want to live at, but the problem is the price is here and I'm paying here, baby, okay? That's how it's gonna be. So, I got off the phone with my friend Drayton from Vegas today, and he's the real estate wholesaler that knocks on doors and talks to people. Look at the tides all the way in, guys. Isn't that cool? So you're seeing different things right now that are really disturbing, as far as the economy, as far as spending, as far as people not having any extra money. There's a lack of money right now. So with that, you need to save as much as possible. Drive is another company like Carvana. Drive just filed for bankruptcy right now. So I hope that anybody that bought their car from Drive recently has got their title, got everything in order, because the problem with Carvana and a lot of the Carvana lawsuits themselves are the fact that these people cannot get a proper title to their car, get releases and things like that. And if you sell your car to these places, you need to get multiple documentation and make sure you send it to the DMV yourself, to wherever you live. Oh, it doesn't work that way in Wichita, Kansas, Dan, it's different. Well, we have a Department of Motor Vehicles here in California, and you can get a release of liability form that you should send in yourself. I don't care what the dealership says, what Carvana says, what Shift says, who's now out of business in bankruptcy court, you send that in yourself. So I bought a car a year and a half ago that was out of state. Oh my God. Still have nightmares over that because it was such a horrible experience, okay? So, and I bought that from a friend too, who's a good guy, but it was just ridiculous. It took literally 4.5 months to get my tags on the car. And I had to get extensions and extensions so I could drive the car, because I kept getting pulled over, okay? So it was awesome. So, share your thoughts on this stuff so far, guys. Here's a few more things that are fascinating. Evergrande, which is the largest construction company in China, was going to renegotiate their debt. And they had a deal worked out for the end of last month to have it all put together, and they reneged at the end. So even their management team is saying that this could be a worldwide global collapse that could affect everything, because they're going to stiff everybody and it's going to be absolutely catastrophic. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Evergrande in the coming weeks and months, and with everything going on globally right now, it's only going to get worse. One thing that's utterly fascinating to me is that, people send me stuff and say, hey, can you believe how expensive this is? Singapore. And this is funny. If you want a car in Singapore, you have to get a certificate of entitlement. That's the name of it. The certificate of entitlement right now takes up to 10 years to get a car. To get a car in Singapore that you can call your own. They are $126,000 right now for a certificate of entitlement. Is that crazy? So you got $126,000 to get yourself a car, a vehicle. A Prius, that base price here, that's $28,000. There in Singapore, $183,000 for a Prius. Crazy, absolutely nuts, guys. So you're seeing more and more of this, and it's completely out of control. But this is happening more and more. You know, that's the thing. If they did this in the United States, hey, you need a certificate to drive your car, they would do that to us. Oh, you got to get on the waiting list so you can get approved for a vehicle. That'll be next, guys. Watch. I'm in front of the Surf and Sand Hotel that they're remodeling right now. You can see that thing. Got a better shot of it for you guys to show you. But final story for the video. This is crazy. Banks are closing all over the place, and people send me stories about individual branches and things like that. Well, this one has got global ramifications because City National Bank, their flagship bank in San Francisco, is closing its branch right now. And the reason for that, they're saying sometimes branches just don't work out. Are you kidding? This was in the financial district, guys. This was one of the most beautiful banks in the world, and it's closing because of crime, because of the junkies sleeping on the street. It is absolutely embarrassing that City National Bank can't admit that. Our city has been destroyed for this. Been destroyed. So don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You know what's crazy? There's been over 1,000 bank branches in 2023 that have closed already. City National Bank is closing and going down for the count. That is awful, guys. It's awful, but again, the city won't admit what the problem is. The city won't admit the crime problem. The city won't admit the problem with people sleeping on the street, the drugs, everything. It's dangerous. Never go to San Francisco, okay? That's my commercial for them. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, take a look at our sponsor as always. And if you want to email me, hello@iAllegedly.com. I will see you guys very soon.